What's going on? We back. It's the Box Click and More. It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. Y'all know what it is. We about to hop on the boxing ground. Before that, shout out to my homie from Australia, MBT Boxing Talk. Gave a nice generous donation, and I definitely appreciate my man from Australia. Definitely do good work. Real recognize real. Trill recognize trill. And appreciating everybody that donated. I definitely appreciate it. I definitely remember who it is. Shout out to Ty Foster. Shout out to Matt Valentine out of Brick City. And everybody else, super chats, all you guys. I'm trying to remember you guys. Let it be known in the chat. Keep doing it, man, because it's going towards the channel. I got a logo, 2 logos coming, man. Good shirts gonna be coming. Radio show, I'm starting to get ready for that and gear up for that. Coming in the spring or the summer. Definitely building the spot at my crib in my basement. I'm rebuilding my man cave. I used to do my videos at my bar, but kids took over. But I got it back, and we're going to do some good work, man. I'm trying to tell you, we're going to be working, and I'm definitely going to show the love back to everybody else, man. I'm planning on going to a few fights, so the donations help for that. Get some media coverage, man. I want to go to Broner and Figueroa. Shout out to Angel Santos and Matt Valentine. Hopefully I see y'all guys in NYC. We can meet up and do something, and going to Dallas, Texas for Earl Spence and Carlos Ocampo. So, man, I got a lot of things planned, but the Anthony Joshua duck, Luis Ortiz, that's a yes and a no question. And I explain that, and I'm not riding on the fence because y'all know I'm not a fence rider. Either I'm on one side or I'm on the other side, you dig? And my stance on that is this. Ortiz lost that opportunity, even though he wasn't going to get that opportunity, okay? He was not going to get that opportunity. Anthony Joshua was not going to fight him. And this is what the deal is, man. Instead of me clicking and link to the old video, I'm going to try to sum this up real quick. What happened was this. Vladimir Klitschko, Luis Ortiz was ordered to fight for the WBA title at the heavyweight division. Klitschko respectfully said he didn't want to fight Ortiz. He wanted to go out with a bigger fight. He asked Ortiz to let him fight Anthony Joshua. Luis Ortiz said, okay, as long as I got next. No matter if it's whoever win, I got to get them next. No rematch, no nothing. I got to get them next. I let y'all fight for the belt. I want the winner. Okay, Anthony Joshua won. The whole thing about Anthony Joshua trying to drag Vladimir Klitschko into a rematch was to avoid Luis Ortiz. Okay, that's what it was. If he rematched Vladimir Klitschko, claimed it was close, he didn't have to fight Ortiz. Okay, when Klitschko retired, that's why he was so sick, because he thought the WBA was going to make him face his mandatory and Luis Ortiz, and they should have. But they didn't. They sat down with the IBF. He was ordered to fight Brotsworth Puev, not Krubak Puev, okay? He fought Puev, and, no, he didn't fight Puev, excuse me. Puev came out with a statement, said he was out of shape, but mentally he was ready. Physically or something, he wasn't ready on Facebook. It was on his Facebook page, and you could hit the translator, and it read out what he was saying. He said he wasn't ready. His management and his promoter and they was all beefing, and they wasn't sure what they wanted to do. And then they somehow struck a deal, and I don't believe that to be true. Puev was never going to fight Anthony Joshua at that point in October because he wasn't in shape and his management wasn't on point. I think they just said Puev was going to fight, and it was always intended for Puev to pull out the fight. Because if they didn't fight Puev, they had to fight Luis Ortiz, and they wasn't trying to fight Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz was signed to a Matchroom. He was signed to Matchroom, and when he couldn't deliver an Anthony Joshua fight to Luis Ortiz, he released Ortiz, and then it was a back and forth, and then Puev, they used his name. Puev never was going to fight that fight. Carlos Takam already knew he was going to get that shot. Trust and believe me, man, they greasy over there. Carlos Takam was told to stay ready, He was like, all right, if anything happened, Carlos Takam, stay ready. But they knew Carlos Takam was going to be that next opponent. You know what I'm saying? They knew it because Puev told him that he wasn't ready. So they just used Puev to keep Luis Ortiz at bay and also to, sell tickets over there in the new Principality Stadium in Wales, which I would like to go one day. But that's here nor there. So then, basically, Luis Ortiz, like I said, Luis Ortiz failed the drug test. It was his fault for not revealing what the substance or what the blood pressure medicine he was taking, and it also didn't hurt. It hurt his chances. It hurt his chances that he already failed the drug test before, and that was his fault. So Anthony Joshua was able to swerve him with a valid excuse. Even without that valid excuse, Anthony Joshua was not trying to fight Luis Ortiz, and people won't acknowledge that, man. Luis Ortiz was ready to sue ready to sue the WBA through the Muhammad Ali Act. Last guy that did that sued back in 2004, 2005, sued the WBC for $30 million and bankrupt him, And Ortiz is about to cash in, Then he failed the drug test. They didn't do no investigation. And that's their track record. WBA stripped Lamont Peterson. The IBF let him keep going. WBC let Luis Ortiz keep going, but the WBA stripped him quick, fast, in a hurry because they did not want him representing their belt because he brought less money to the table. Even after beating Anthony Joshua, they wouldn't have got 1% and $20 million to Anthony Joshua. It'd have been 3% of $1 million if that Ortiz was making that after becoming a WBA champion. They didn't want to risk that chance. Even the WBA, it's all about the money. At the end of the day, Joshua ducked him, but Ortiz gave him a way out by failing the drug test and not, quote-unquote, revealing his blood pressure medicine and being a second-time offender to the performance-enhancing drug policy. You feel me? So, at the end of the day, he let Joshua, off the leash. He let him off. And, and he should have never gave a side deal like that. If Klitschko was going to fight for the WBA title, he was going to fight you for it, or you could have went to the next challenger. And 9 times out of 10, Luis Ortiz would have already been a world title. That took a belt away from Anthony Joshua. At the worst case scenario, he would have failed the drug test in October, and maybe Anthony Joshua would have ended up fighting. They wouldn't even sanction Carlos Taken. They might have sanction Carlos Taken versus Anthony Joshua. That's just how shiesty they is. But he could have been called himself a world champion. He didn't do it. He let Klitschko and he let Anthony Joshua fight. Hopefully he got a paycheck for that, which he probably didn't get a paycheck for that. And he played himself. Believing in Eddie Hearn, believing in the WBA. At the end of the day, all these guys do is want low risk, high reward. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Anthony Joshua brings to the table. And it is what it is. But shout out to NBC Boxing one time for the one time. Like I said, it ain't nothing personal with Joseph Parker. You know what I'm saying? Nothing personal. It's just I think Anthony Joshua was going to smash him. But I hope if Joseph Parker beats Anthony Joshua, he'd probably be my favorite fighter of all time. I love for him to end the hype. I really want Deontay Wilder to end the hype. But however the hype ends with Anthony Joshua, hope it ends. But at the end of the day, I think Anthony Joshua is a fine fighter. All the compliments that I gave him over the past year, it went out the window. Everybody just heard the bad. And that's how life is. You can do a billion good things in a row, but you can make one mistake and do one thing bad, and that's what people remember you for, and that's your reputation for not one bad thing. And I said a lot of great things about Anthony Joshua. I defend him against the Peds. I said he was a great fighter. I said I favored him versus Deontay Wilder several times. I just want to know why they don't want to face Deontay Wilder. I think Anthony Joshua is the better fighter. But that just go out the haters' ear and go out the ear and come out the other ear, right? Triple H 1200. But y'all know what it is. We talk boxing. We'll come back with one more video. And one love. We out.